Have you ever zoned out and then realized it's been 3 weeks since you hit the record button and you've accumulated probably 33 hours worth of building time on something and you have nothing to show for it except for this flyby? Alright, so getting started with a few things right away, you're going to notice that I do have a small storage area over here with empty shulkers, full shulkers. I literally spent every single one of my diamonds, except for one, on material that we're going to need, hopefully, in this build. I have no clue what any of this is going to look like. This is just straight empty in my mind right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to slowly build this up, and this we're going to call as the players staging area. That's just what we're going to call it for the time being. But like in the other game, this is where everything is going to happen. This is where you're going to know what the scores are, what player has what collectible, and who is actually playing and participating in the game. So what we are focusing on today is going to be working on the players collectible wall. I haven't quite came up with a name for it yet, but what it is going to do, it is going to have, you know, all the collectibles on the wall, obviously, like it sounds, but it's also going to be a place for them to collect their armor. Their armor is going to be very, very useful towards the middle end game, and there's going to be more and more that comes out about what this is going to be and how I am going to set this up this season. But to be honest, we just need to start building because that's just how things work, and we got to do it. Okay, so one thing I do know is that we do need a place for their armor. I believe I'm going to go with multiple places. I think I did last time. I want to kind of go with the same theme as last season. So maybe if we have a wall that has, you know, a couple more spots, maybe if we dig it out like this, that might be big enough. We're gonna have to fill that stuff in, but to be honest, I'm kind of just trying to get a shape. So we have the shape that we're going for, and the next thing that we need to do is start detailing it and adding a little bit more to it. So what I'm thinking is that we want to have our collection board in the back, and I know there's 12 total that are going to be collectibles. Whoa. There's a hole. Not anymore. So I know there's going to be 12 collectibles, so I think if we just give it some space, open it up a little bit more, and let's say we put our armor stands on that side, and then maybe if we put another one over on this side. Okay, and then we'll just fill this in really quick, just so we see what it looks like. That looks a little too square though, doesn't it? What if we give it some space? Ooh, that guy shouldn't be falling. Oh, okay, you're gonna go right there. Thank you. So that kind of opens it up a little bit better. Yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and do this on all of them, and then this is gonna be where it's at. I know we'll probably add a little bit more detail when it gets down to the time, but I think this front entrance is pretty simple. So I'm not gonna lie, that gotta go, you gotta go, you gotta go. That's better. And maybe a little bit of this. That's a little better. Now we gotta take care of the front. The very front of these is very, very simple and very plain. That is not. We don't do very plain, very simple around here. So I think we'll go 5 high. Maybe we'll go 4 high. But you are gone. Oops. And let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe pop. Oh! I love my scaffolding. Alright, and that goes there. So then do that, do that, that, do that. Oh. And top it off with this. Maybe we'll have to go one more. You might be gone too, sir. There's that, that. Nope. Nope. And that. Yeah. Maybe. Suppose you can go bye-bye. We'll go like that. I'm gonna take that out. That'll open that all up. I think you'll have to go bye-bye. And then go across. Clear this, pick all this up really quick before we have a final look at it. Yuck. Not a fan. Alright, I'm gonna mess with this and then I'll see what I can come up with and make it look a little bit better than this. So it's starting to come along. I add a little more detail, and kind of what I do is I make a rough draft of what it is actually going to look like, and then I slowly add in the details. So let's say if you come over here, originally in these corners, I just had the one set of stairs. But then moving along, I decided to touch it up a little bit. So then it kind of adds a little bit more of a dimension, and I will put blocks back behind here to cover up the areas that I haven't messed with yet. But I mean, this is a long process and it takes a lot of time and detail to do all these things. So the actual room where the players will keep their collectibles and items is actually done. I think what I do need to do is add a spot in the floor here for a shulker, and I need to add my 2 armor stands to each side of these and things like that. So I mean, and to be honest, this room I still have a lot of stuff to do. I have to come up with what the ceiling is going to look like, and what these 2 main areas over here are going to be. I kind of have an idea, like saying scoreboard over on that side for the extra points that you could potentially get. Just talking out loud, that's not actually what it will be. And then on this side, I'm not even sure. Maybe this is where the shop will be this time. And then back over here is probably where it's going to be the main entrance to the staging area. But for the players area here, and I do understand that it does not look like enough for everybody from here, but these are just the special rooms. These are the ones for the people that competed in the previous season. They have a little bit more power than anybody else, I guess you could say. But that doesn't mean that they can't get kicked out of that room by somebody that is also playing. I will have stands set up in this area here and just over there. And, you know, it'll have enough spots for every single person on the server to be able to play it. But I really do have my hands full, and I'm going to have to cut it loose right about here because this room is going to take a lot. I got the whole floor to do, the entry, there's lava that I got to transport. I got to make sure that the top of this entry arch right here is completely done. So, yeah, I appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.